What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is PSHG, Performance Shipping. This finishes at 34 cents today. That is down 44.88%.
And it's gone.
So some of you guys in the community have brought this stock to my attention in the past few days. I didn't really think much of it, so this did in fact squeeze along with a bunch of other low float and meme stocks. But today, we're getting some pretty bearish news. So let's check that out. So it looks like the company is taking advantage of the squeeze and the major price action, and they have decided to do a $15 million direct offering. They plan to offer 33.3 million common shares and warrants for 45 cents each. So generally speaking, offerings are bearish because that means dilution for the stock. So the market did not like this offering, and everyone is dumping here. And that is why there was so much negative price action today. So yeah, down 45%, very nasty. This was number 5 on StockTwits today. Had over 4,500 mentions. So we're going to analyze it. All right, let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this is a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 22.5 cents. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 84 cents or 96 cents. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this has the potential to come all the way back up to $3, $4.75, $5.15, $6, or even the yearly high of $6.10. Although I do believe the most realistic tops would be 84 or 96 cents. But those are all bullish indicators that is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. And then there is a triple gap down. First gap down is back at 280. So that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 280 to fill this gap. Second gap down is back at 180. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 180 to fill this gap. And the third gap down was created today at 51.5 cents. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 51.5 cents. And that gap should fill in the short term. The other gaps at 180 and 280 may take a while to fill, but eventually in the longer term, they should fill. In the aftermarket here, this is running up to 35 cents. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bullish indicator for Monday. That is suggesting that Monday, the stock will run to the upside. And now for the bearish stuff, and then we do have a gap up back at 24.5 cents. So that is a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back down to 24.5 cents to fill that gap. And that gap should fill in the short term. Here we have an ascending channel. Right now, the upper channel is at 73 cents and the lower channel is at 53 cents. So if this breaks 74 to the upside, that would be bullish. And if this breaks 53 cents to the downside, that would be bearish. And this did in fact break 53 to the downside today. So the ascending channel is currently a bearish indicator. And here we do have a bear flag developing. Here's the flagpole, and here's the flag. So that is a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock may be due for a sell-off. And here we do have a head and shoulders forming. It's kind of hard to see, but here's the first shoulder. Yesterday the head was formed, and today the second shoulder is starting to form. So the head and shoulders is a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock may be due for a sell-off. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now, this is sitting on the support of 34 cents, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 37 cents, 41 cents, 47 cents, 51 cents, 54 cents, 56 cents, 61 cents, 65 cents, 69 cents, nice, 74 cents, 78 cents, 84 cents, 96 cents, 180, 190, and then 205. There is resistance above 205, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 30 cents, 26 cents, 24 cents, and then the low of 22 cents. So right now at the current price, 34 cents, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 84 cents to the upside, the channel starts to open up and get wider. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 84 cents to the upside. RSI is currently at 43. So not quite oversold and undervalued, but below average there. So according to the RSI, the current price of 34 cents should be a little bit higher. And this did 58 million in volume today, which is the biggest volume day ever for this stock. So very significant volume, way above the average of 900,000. So the sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So it's pretty unfortunate that this company decided to pull an offering, but you can't really blame them. They were just taking advantage of the high stock price. A lot of companies do this. Just really sucks for the investors. So long term, the stock still looks really bullish. Again, we have some strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle and triple gap down. And in the short term, this already pulled back very significantly today, but there still appears to be more downside potential to go. We're getting a lot of bearish indicators right now in the gap up ascending channel bear flag, and head and shoulders. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, the current price of 34 cents is a pretty good entry. Not quite excellent, but definitely above average. And in the longer term, it should pay off pretty big. Again, in the short term, this should come back up to 51.5 cents to fill the gap there. And from the current price of 34 cents, that would be over a 50% upside potential. So a good amount of upside potential here in the short term. And again, this should eventually come back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap there. And from the current price of 34 cents, that would be about a 30% downside potential. So I would say going long at the current price, 34 cents would be a high risk, high reward play. Not really worth it, in my opinion. There definitely is money to be made here on the long side, especially if you're going to buy and hold this for the long term. But honestly, if you're a bit patient, this should come back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap. So from 24.5 cents up to 51.5 cents, where the gap is, that would be over a 100% upside potential. So massive upside potential there in the short and long terms, and really shouldn't go too much further to the downside. That is right near the all-time low. So I don't like the current entry of 34 cents, although it's not bad, but I can support going long at 24.5 cents where the gap is, and I think that would be an excellent entry. Now, if you want to go short now financial advice, it seems like a decent play. It is a bit risky because this did gap down today, so there is a decent amount of upside potential in the short term here. So again, this should come back up to 51.5 cents to fill the gap there, and that would be about a 50% upside potential. And again, this should come back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap there, and that would be about a 30% downside potential. So I would say going short at the current price, 34 cents, would be a high risk, high reward play. So like I said, it is a bit risky because there is a lot of upside potential here in the short term. But whether or not this runs to the upside in the short term, this should fill the gap at 24.5 cents in the short term. So as long as you're able to withstand some upside pressure here, this should eventually come back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap there, and you should be able to make some pretty fat tendies on the downside. So I can support going short at the current price, 34 cents and higher, and again I would cover at 24.5 cents where the gap is for a relatively easy 30% downside gain. So pretty straightforward, guys. It's been a great past 2 weeks for this stock. This was squeezing along with a bunch of other low float stocks and meme stocks. Unfortunately, today, the company had to ruin the momentum by doing an offering. So that was really bearish. Massive sell-off here today. But in the long term, the stock still looks really bullish. However, in the short term, this does appear like there is still more downside potential to go. So if you want to go long, not financial advice, 34 cents is a pretty good entry, especially if you're willing to hold this for the long term. But honestly, if you're a bit patient, this should pull back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap there, and I think that'd be a much better entry. Massive upside potential in the longer term, and really shouldn't go too much further to the downside. It's near the all-time low. So I don't like the current entry of 34 cents, but I can support going long at 24.5 cents, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down. And if you want to go short, it is a bit risky at the moment because there is the gap down that has to be filled in the short term at 51.5 cents. But as long as you're able to withstand some upside pressure here, this should eventually come back down to 24.5 cents to fill the gap there. So I can support going short at the current price, 34 cents and higher. And again, I will cover at 24.5 cents where the gap is for a relatively easy 30% downside gain. So sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today, but this looks like a good buying opportunity coming up here. Not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is PSHG, Performance Shipping. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.